Hi, it's me. I'm going to be doing a horror movie review for the movie Crawl. Crawl was released in 2019 by Paramount Pictures and it's rated R, was directed by Alexander Aja and written by Michael and Sean Rasmussen. It stars Kaya Scodelario, Barry Pepper, and Morfydd Clark. Crawl focuses on a young swimmer named Haley who receives a call from her sister who informs her of a Category 5 hurricane headed to Florida. Concerned for their father, and instead of evacuating, Haley goes to check on him at his condo, and when she does not find him there, she goes to check on her childhood home in hopes that he is at the house. She eventually locates him in the basement, and she learns that he's not alone in the basement. He's not alone in the house. Basically, flash floods are not their biggest priority. This movie is very wet. I mean, we're dealing with a hurricane type scenario, so true horror, like a true terror. It's very, very gray. It's very rainy. It's very wet. And it keeps you on edge because it's something that could happen if you live in an area or a part of the world that has like natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunami, anything like that. And it's possible. It's an interesting take on like things that could happen at any time, especially if you live in a really hot climate or somewhere, as I've mentioned before, that has a lot of natural disasters. And it's interesting to see how they're going to get out of it because it's something that could happen, and what is hunting them is an animal. It is something that people have seen before and people deal with on a daily basis, especially places like Florida. There's alligators, there's crocodiles, there's things that, yes, are dangerous, especially if you come across them in the wild and they're not used to people. They're not used to to their surroundings. And this is exactly what this movie is doing. It's very much like what happens if an animal comes in from like somewhere and is not used to this situation. Now, we are talking about a hurricane and there is flash floods and there is tons of water coming in. And it's very intense. It's intense. There's a lot of jump scares. Now, a lot of people will think that a jump scare is cheap. It's a cheap trick. But it works for this movie. It works for this movie because you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know if there's going to be a death or if there's going to be like somebody getting injured. It's something that we don't know what's going to happen, especially when it's beneath the water because the basement is flooded and they are stuck in the basement. We don't really know what's going to happen. And I like that about this film. I like that about this film because it's something that could happen and we don't know what's going to happen. And it's going to literally keep us guessing. And that's a really good film, especially when a film like Crawl does that. So if you like creature features, if you like Jaws, if you like anacondas and piranha and Lake Placid and all of those types of creature features where creatures can be seen today, you would probably like this. If you have seen it and you like it and you have opinions on it, feel free to comment at the bottom, leave a message, tell me your opinions, your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Even if you don't necessarily like Crawl or creature features in general, tell me that you don't. Suggest movies, give me ideas. Anything is appreciated. All right, I'm going to end this review, and I will see you next time. Bye.